Welcome to the largest hazelnut spread factory in North America, where advanced technology meets massive industrial scale. Every single day, this facility processes tons of raw ingredients to satisfy the craving of millions. The journey begins here on the production floor, a pristine environment controlled by sophisticated central computer systems.
The most famous ingredient is the hazelnut, sourced primarily from Turkey and Italy, for their distinct flavor. The inspectors examine the raw nuts closely, ensuring only the highest quality kernels enter the roasting ovens. The nuts travel into massive industrial roasters, where precise temperatures release the natural oils and rich aroma.
Roasting loosens the bitter brown skins, which are then removed by powerful air jets and mechanical friction. This winnowing process separates the lightweight skins from the heavy roasted nuts, leaving only pure, clean kernels.
The clean nuts fall into a grinder, which crushes them into a thick, 100% hazelnut paste.
This silky paste forms the heart of the recipe and is pumped directly to the main mixing tanks. Next, we introduce cocoa powder, sourced from West Africa, and processed to remove acidity and enhance bitterness. The cocoa powder is fed into a hopper, traveling up an auger to join the hazelnut paste. Sugar is the primary ingredient by weight, stored in massive outdoor silos to keep it dry and flowing. Pneumatic tubes blast the sugar crystals into the mixing tank, providing the necessary sweetness and granular texture. Skim milk powder follows, adding a creamy dairy note that balances the strong cocoa and hazelnut flavors.
Palm oil arrives in heated tankers, kept liquid to facilitate pumping into the factory's climate-controlled storage tanks.
This oil gives the spread its signature creamy texture and ensures it remains spreadable at room temperature. Inside the main mixer, the dry and wet ingredients are combined into a rough, gritty brown paste.
At this stage, the texture is still quite grainy because the sugar crystals have not been dissolved. The paste travels to the refiner, where heavy steel rollers crush the particles to microscopic size levels. This refining process reduces the particle size significantly, creating a powder that feels smooth on the tongue. The refined powder enters the conching machine, where it is kneaded and heated to develop complex flavors. The remaining palm oil is added here, transforming the dry powder back into a luxurious, flowing liquid. A small amount of lecithin, an emulsifier derived from soy, is added to bind the ingredients together. Finally, a touch of vanillin enhances the sweetness and rounds out the flavor profile of the spread.
The conching process continues for several hours, polishing the flavor and ensuring a perfectly smooth mouthfeel texture.
Before bottling, a sample is drawn and sent to the on-site laboratory for rigorous quality control testing.
Technicians use laser micrometers to ensure the particle size meets the strict standards for smoothness and consistency.
A sensory panel also tastes the batch, ensuring the flavor profile matches the global standard perfectly.
Once approved, the warm liquid spread is pumped into a temperature-controlled holding tank to await the jars.
We move to the packaging hall, where empty PET plastic jars arrive via high-speed air conveyor systems. Each jar is inverted and blasted with ionized air to remove any dust or static before filling. The clean jars enter the rotary filling machine, where nozzles descend to fill them from the bottom up. Filling from the bottom prevents air bubbles from trapping in the spread, ensuring a solid, dense fill. This line operates at incredible speed, filling hundreds of jars every minute with extreme volumetric precision. The jars pass over a vibrating table to settle the liquid and create a perfectly flat surface.
Next, a machine cuts and applies the iconic gold foil liner to the rim of each jar.
An induction heater fuses the foil to the plastic rim, creating an airtight seal for freshness. Rotary cappers spin the white plastic lids onto the jars, applying the exact amount of torque required.
The warm jars must now be cooled slowly in a long tunnel to crystallize the palm oil.
Proper cooling is critical to ensure the fats crystallize correctly, giving the spread its shiny, smooth texture. If cooled too quickly or slowly, the spread could become grainy or separate, ruining the entire batch.
The jars, now at room temperature, enter the labeler, which applies the famous wraparound label with glue. A laser printer etches the production date and batch code onto the lid for full traceability.
High-speed cameras inspect every single jar, checking for crooked labels, loose caps, or missing foil seals. X-ray scanners peer inside the jars to ensure no foreign contaminants, like metal or glass, are present. The approved jars are grouped into sets of 12 or 6, depending on the retail packaging requirements. Automated machines erect cardboard cases and slide the groups of jars inside, sealing the flaps with glue. A barcode label is applied to the exterior case, allowing logistics systems to track the product inventory. The finished cases travel up a spiral conveyor to the palletizing mezzanine, saving floor space below. Robotic arms stack the heavy cases onto wooden pallets in an interlocking pattern to ensure stack stability. The full pallet is wrapped in stretch film, securing the load and protecting it from dust and moisture.
Forklifts transport the wrapped pallets to the massive on-site warehouse, which holds weeks of production inventory. The warehouse is climate-controlled to ensure the product maintains its quality before it reaches the supermarket shelves.
Quality assurance teams keep random samples from every batch to monitor shelf life stability over several months. They test the spreadability on bread, ensuring the texture remains soft and easy to knife at home. Color is checked against a standard chart to ensure the cocoa and hazelnut roast levels were perfect. Trucks arrive daily to collect the pallets, distributing them to retailers across the United States and Canada.
From this central location, the product can reach any store in North America within just 2 days.
The factory also focuses on sustainability, recycling cardboard and plastic waste generated during the manufacturing process.
An on-site utility plant generates the steam and hot water needed for the mixing and cleaning processes.
Between production runs, a cleaning crew sanitizes the tanks and pipes to prevent cross-contamination or bacterial growth. Security is tight, protecting the proprietary recipe and ensuring food safety regulations are followed by all visitors.
The factory employs hundreds of local workers, operating in 3 shifts to keep the lines running continuously.
In the R&D kitchen, chefs experiment with the product, developing new snack concepts like biscuits and bars.
The facility has recently expanded to produce Nutella-filled biscuits, adding a new complexity to the operation. Golden biscuit dough is cut into circles and baked before being filled with the famous hazelnut spread.
Precision depositors place a generous dot of Nutella onto the biscuit base before the lid is applied. The top biscuit is stamped with the signature heart logo, sealing the creamy filling inside the crunch.
These biscuits are packaged into resealable bags, offering a portable way to enjoy the classic spread flavor.
The main jar line remains the heart of the factory, producing the bulk of the volume annually. Engineers monitor real-time data to optimize efficiency, reducing waste and energy consumption across the entire plant. If a jar falls or jams, sensors stop the line instantly to prevent damage to the machinery. Operators are trained to clear jams quickly, ensuring the high-speed production targets are met every single shift. The jar shape itself is iconic, designed originally to save space on shelves while maximizing internal volume.
The factory also blows its own jars from PET pellets to save on shipping costs of empty air.
Small plastic preforms are heated until soft and then blown into the final jar shape with air. This vertical integration allows the factory to control quality from the raw plastic pellet to the finished product.
The facility is designed with observation walkways, allowing visitors to see the process without contaminating the floor.
The process has evolved significantly since the first batch was created in a small bakery in Italy. Today, automation and computer precision have replaced hand stirring, but the fundamental ingredients remain largely the same. Sustainability is a key focus, with commitments to source only deforestation-free palm oil and fair trade cocoa. The factory invests in renewable energy to reduce the carbon footprint of every jar produced here. Rainwater is harvested from the massive roof structure to irrigate the landscaping surrounding the industrial park.
The staff celebrates Nutella World Day every February, taking pride in the product they make every day.
Ultimately, the goal is to bring a moment of joy to breakfast tables around the entire world.
This factory proves that large-scale food manufacturing can be efficient, safe, and respectful of its ingredients. From the roasting of the hazelnut to the sealing of the jar, every step is strictly controlled. As the final pallet is loaded, another truck of raw hazelnuts arrives, restarting the continuous production cycle.
The factory never truly sleeps, operating as a tireless engine of sweetness in the heart of America.
The creamy texture and unique flavor are the result of decades of engineering and culinary refinement.
When you twist off the lid, you are experiencing a culmination.
Peeling back the gold foil reveals the product that has captured the hearts of generations of consumers.
It is a simple pleasure, made possible by complex technology and the dedication of thousands of workers.
We leave the factory now, having witnessed the incredible journey of how this famous spread is made. Thank you for joining us on this exclusive tour inside the largest hazelnut spread factory in America. If you enjoyed this process, please explore our channel for more deep dives into industrial food manufacturing.
Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified of our next factory tour. Check out our other videos to see how your favorite snacks travel from the farm to your table.
Until next time, keep wondering about the world around you and the science behind your daily food.